What up, muchachos and muchachas? What is going on with New World? I'm really concerned about New World, so I want to share with you guys a little bit of my thoughts of the current state of New World in Season 7. To be honest with you guys, in my opinion, it's been a roller coaster. Between the marketing thing that happened and then the broken server drama, Season 7, it's been for sure a roller coaster, without a doubt. I do agree this season had a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. We got to be honest, we got to be fair. I think AGS did an awesome job with a lot of things and fixed a lot of problems that New World was facing for a long time. Season 7 feels more like a patch to me. The lack of content, it is massive, it is brutal. We kind of knew this already, but having it here and we are able to squeeze all the juice out of the game, that's why I'm dropping this video. Let's make this a little bit more fair for New World, so let's break it down by good and the bad, and let's start with the good. The actual good stuff and new stuff for New World. Like I said before, it's a little bit more polished. The experience is a little bit more polished. What I hear in general is that the performance is pretty good, snappy, responsive, the abilities, all that stuff. There's a lot going on in New World, guys. And I want to take the time to give them the credit, and that's why I'm starting with the good stuff, because people usually try to skip to the end and just see the bad stuff. But I'm being fair with you, AGS. I'm saying it. You guys done an awesome job with polishing a lot of these bugs. It is smooth. It does feel smooth. So I like that with multiple builds, multiple weapons. I haven't seen a lot of choppy stuff that's weird, okay? So I am happy with that, with the jumping system, with the movement, with the running. Second of all, I'm gonna say very positive and needed. This is something that's really positive, and again, it connects to the combat improvement that I said before. It feels refined, it feels clean because of the bug fixes. So they're both connected, but it's two good things. It's polished and it feels great. Of new things that look better and fresh for the new OPR. It feels nice and it looks nice, a little bit different. Like I said, the door, the point looks different. The map has some areas, you know, the map, when you look at the map, it has some different, you know, color to it, saturation, maybe some saturation to it. So that's kind. They added the in-game features of the barriers for OPR, the cleansing pots for the OPR, which was well needed, and we've been waiting for that stuff. So that's a new thing and a good thing that I'm giving to you guys. Hey man, I'm saying good things. Something that they actually added for patch 7, they actually added some new artifacts, all weapons, which is great. But this is also going to be something that I'm going to talk in the bad list, the weapons, okay? So stay tuned. And then we got sure, fine, it's okay. It is more like a feature. It's not content, it's feature, but it's a good thing. And then we had, I'm also going to talk about this in the bad list. The only reason that I put it here because you can see a little bit more skill into fighting. You can see more skill into fighting. That's my opinion. You feel a little bit more the urgency to finish the kill instead of just relying on insane healing, insane pots, you know, and all that stuff, and dodging, shirking heals, proccing like insane. So I do feel like and see that there's some benefits to the fact that self-healing has been reduced or the pot nerf has been reduced. So that's a good thing, but it's also in the bad list. And that's kind of finishes off. I'm not going to put the PvP server as a good thing or as content, because I think the PvP server will damage more New World than what is doing good to it. That's basically it for the good list, guys. Okay, let's go into the bad things. This list is brutal and it's immense. It's a little bit contradicting in some areas, but I want you guys to listen to me. Give me a second. Let me tell you something. Listen to me, okay? The game break. I know I said this as a good thing, but I'm going to also put it as a bad thing because it's really contradicting and it's hard to say that this is just good. I've noticed this with New World, with AGS saying and mentioning multiple times, previous videos, they mentioned that the time to kill is a big thing for them. You guys can watch their videos. They're saying that the healing is a problem, self-healing is a problem, pots are a problem, everything is a problem. And I've just noticed that there's this sudden obsession with survivability in New World, right? So in wars, I've been mentioning this for years now, in wars that there's like 200 kills per war or 150 kills per war. Like, that's not how the game is supposed to be. It's not fun when you have 100 people in a battlefield. You got 50v50 and you got 150, 200 kills total. That is not a lot, man. That's like everyone died twice. It's not impressive. It's boring. People ultimately want to hold the points and stuff like that, but they want to hear that bling, bling, bling going on, and they want to feel like they're doing something instead of just kiting and pushing people back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like a Tetris game. So this obsession with self-healing, it's kind of game breaking, and I don't know where this is coming from, but I can see that the fights are longer. But I don't think it's the self-healing that's the problem. It takes me to the second point, which is going to be the nerf pots to the ground. It's the biggest mistake, in my opinion, that they've done, and I think they're killing the light builds, the light assassins, the solo players, the lone wolves, all those folks. They rely on these pots, man. They don't have pocket healers. They are the ones that in reality are suffering the most with this nerf, because the potting is not reliable as much. It's good and it's bad, so that's why I had it to add it here. But this is another evidence, and for me, one of the biggest evidence that New World AGS did not test the pots before launching this into Season 7. They do not test this properly. I don't know who is in their QA testing whatever closet. Send me an email with their gamer tags. I want to shoot their kneecaps right now, in game, of course. We've noticed this from AGS, guys. They want to nerf light builds and they want to buff medium builds, and we're seeing this with a lot of things, with the artifacts that come out and buff medium builds, with a lot of artifacts that come out and are medium or heavy, so that's not benefiting the builds to light. So they want to make medium the new standard. They're forcing it and they're nerfing all this healing so that you want to have more resistance instead of healing. That's what they're aiming for. I don't think it's great because the system was pretty good. That wasn't the issue. The issue was healers, and we knew about that. We knew that healing was absurd, but it's not self-healing, not pots. So you're just benefiting the folks that jump in with stacks. Whoever jumps in by themselves or doesn't have a healer, guess what? They're still screwed. I get it that you want to put medium as the new reference and standard point, but that's great. Buff the medium, do whatever, give some stuff to medium to make it make more sense, but leave the light builds alone. When you mess with the pots, you're messing with the whole structure, infrastructure of this game. The regen pots are not even viable anymore. Whoever tells you different, it is not viable anymore. People say it does heal you more over time. Yeah, with the amount of burns that you're getting right now, you really need to get 200 heal per second for 20 seconds. You don't want to heal right now. No, bro. If you don't do it right now, you're just dead.
And I don't get why. Why did this happen? Why did we nerf the pots so bad?
Okay, I'll move to the next one. 95% of my time I'm playing PvP. So everything else is for Gorgon, a couple of M3s to unlock the artifact missions and butcher some trees. But that's kind of it. I'm 95% of my time I'm doing PvP. And this PvP server simply does not make any sense. I'm sorry, it does not make any sense. Why? Because the player count is too low. It's breaking the community in two, and then it's destroying both leftovers that are in both PvP server and the regular server, start, legacy, whatever, fresh start you want to call them. It is not good, and it wasn't a healthy choice. Sure, the ideas for the weapons are pretty good. They're pretty insane, pretty fun. They are interesting, game-breaking, game-changing, meta-changing, which I'm all about. I'm all about that, my guys. You know that. Change the meta, change the builds, change the future, change the wars, change everything, how everything is played. But the problem is these weapons, even though they're nice and interesting, they should have just been regular artifacts that you guys just added to the game, or maybe don't even do any of that. Don't even spend any of that time and just give us a new weapon, you dummies. Give us a new weapon. Give us a lightning staff. Give us a mage. Give us a dagger. I don't even know. Give us a Kimbos. Give us something that is different. You're giving us different perks into the same weapon. So fundamentally, they're not changing. But if you want to go with that route, which is maybe easier for you guys, I don't know how, but it's still easier for you guys, it's just not good. What do you end up doing? You end up having to do PvE to play PvP. Sure, it's a little bit fun, the low level PvP, because you got all skill. Like I said, it's all skill, no gear. So that is a lot of fun. The experience is there. Everyone is open mic and you got a lot of cool moments, but then it kind of trails off. It just trails tails off. Why? Because you realize you still got to do the MSQ to get those staffs. You still got to do MSQ to go over there and upgrade your character and da-da-da. You still need to do dungeons, M3s, M2s, M1s, whatever it is. You still got to do Gorgon. So it doesn't change. And the problem with the timing is that it's also right after Aeternum came out. So that, what, 2 months after Aeternum came out, 3 months, I don't care. It's not enough time. This PvP server, it's a great idea, but it should have been launched 3 months ago when Aeternum came out. Give us an option, one server for everything, regional, and that's it. Though I know it's gonna be a weekend testing, but you guys messed it up again. I'm sorry. The OPR map should have been launched with Season 7. You wanna hit a banger, that's how you do it. You hit a banger with content. And there's not a lot of content. And this OPR map was crucial for you guys to keep the engagement up high. And you guys didn't do it because you didn't launch it. You put it on a weekend and you didn't even tell us what's the weekend that it's coming out. I mean, I still don't know what is the weekend that this OPR is coming out. We got leaks coming out, but we still don't know when is it coming out. Like, tell me today, right now. Lydia, freaking type in the comments. We know you're there. I know you love me. I love you, kind of, but do it. I need to talk about came out with Aeternum, but I need to put it here. I think the aim lock problem is starting to grow in a different way. It's starting to grow silently. It's not as evident because they nerfed the BB, right? It kind of a little bit, not really. I think people just got tired of it, but I think it's still growing, but silently. More inside the controller console players. You guys seen videos of a YouTuber, Mommy, go check him out, Mommy TV. You guys can see in this video if you guys haven't checked it. Basically, the change between the controller and the keyboard in playing it in a PC, the bullets just travel and track into enemies. It doesn't matter, 50 meters, 25 meters, you will hit every shot. Why am I putting aim lock into this list? I think it is destroying the credibility of players. This happens with what? Call of Duty. Let's use Call of Duty as an example. If you guys haven't been following Call of Duty, what's going on with Call of Duty in their community, they've been a game, you guys know it, 350,000 players on average every single year throughout the whole year. 350,000 players, concurrent players playing 24/7. So that is a lot. And guess what? Where they are now, 50,000. They're at 50,000 players right now on average, guys. What does this tell you? And why is the main reason of this? Cheaters. It's the main reason is cheaters, server issues, shore desync, and all that stuff. But the main reason, I'll tell you right now, is the cheaters. Why? Because the credibility isn't there. People don't want to play a fight that they feel like it's unfair to them. And if everyone or the vast majority feels the same feeling, you're going to have a result that's pretty bad. You're going to lose players. I jump into an arena, I see it's a console player with a musket, with a bow, with a BB, with a fire staff, and they say, oh, I only use it for abilities. Well, thanks. That's like 90% of your damage. Well, I appreciate you. I thank you for being nice. We got PC players doing it on stream. We got PC players doing it live on stream. Big streamers doing it on stream, aim locking just for an ability. I just want a net shot and make sure I hit it 100% of the times. Like, bro, I'm sorry, man. That is weak mentally, but it's not your fault. I get it. Someone's putting the cookie right in front of your nose and you're just taking the bite. I get it. You're not self-educated. And some people are not going to play the fair game. They're just going to go with what they got. But this is creating a brutal problem for all the duels, all the arenas. The feeling is just like, who is really good? How good is this guy? He can be doing PC right now, but with a controller in his hands, and he's just aim locking my ass and saying that I'm bad and I'm a bot and he's great. You can tell some players, they just don't miss. Let's go to the next point. Guys, we've been dealing with this for 2 weeks now. The burn narrator, we know it. The dots of the burn narrator are just different. I'm sorry. It's a waste of time to talk about burn narrator and have folks that say, no, just cleanse. And you're not going to cleanse, bro, because you have one cleanse. They reduced healing. They've done reduced regen pots. They've done all that. Plus that shit is freaking broken as hell. But I don't want to talk about burn narrator. I want to talk about the artifacts in general. I think they are simply bland. They're boring. They're not unique enough. Why is the musket? I main musket. You guys know it. And I do musket with everything else. But why does main musket only apply on headshots? Rapier artifact, it only works with heavies. It's just not unique enough. It's not interesting enough. If you guys go read the abilities of these Conqueror weapons, like, they are interesting. They're different. They change. They do different crap. Visually, they're different. And their abilities, I don't know, take the gem slot out. Give me something that's unique. Make it seem unique, you know, like something that's a little bit more meaningful but impactful, visually impactful as well. Do something that's special, not just, more dots if you shoot the right shoulder. It's just bland, man. It's boring as hell, and I think artifacts should have a little bit more to them, you know. They should be a little bit more impactful in the battlefield, and they can change the build completely. Okay, the next one is bland as well, man. Like, no one is talking about this, man. We have premium items, like premium items give like 15 pots, like 5 of each of healing, regen, and mana. I'm like, come on, man. It's like, am I really paying 30 bucks for this thing? It's just not worth it. If they want to fix this, it should be simple. Like, the regular season pass should give you 1 armor matrix, 1 weapon matrix, 1 jewelry. Like, that's bare minimum for a regular season pass. The premium pass should have 2 armor matrices, 2 weapon matrices, 2 jewelry matrices. Should have a different type of cosmetic that's a little bit more special. Sure, I'm not saying pay to win. I'm not saying put an artifact that's locked behind the premium pass. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying a special weapon. I'm just saying it should have more of the stuff that you're giving to the regular folks. What are you giving me? More faction tokens? I'm maxed out all the time, man. Why would I want faction tokens? I don't even use your faction store. Give me house items that look special and different, that are big, that are massive, that I can put outside. Give me a paint for my house. I don't know. Give me something that's actually different, guys. And I think the season pass, premium pass, is just bland. It is a bad thing. It's not good. I always buy them, and this year or this season, I'm not buying them. I'm sorry. I'm just, you're not getting my money. It's just not. You gotta buff those rewards, otherwise it makes no sense. Big issue. Basically, there was people, that was a patch launched during the night that AGS dropped, and there was folks that basically transferred from their legacy servers into Fresh Start or into the PvP server, and that created a massive brutal infection of problems in the trade post, in the territories, in the money distribution, in the damage, and all that stuff. So there was a lot of people that got banned, and temporary bans, obviously. So it was a big problem, and it just creates bad aura, man. It just creates this problem for New World. It's not nice. It's not inviting. So people just end up saying, man, screw this. It breaks trust. So New World just ends up slapping their own faces and digging their own grave once again. It's bad for this season, bro. That's another bad thing. And the last one takes me to the simply nothing, man. AGS is, I don't know what is it with AGS. They do or too much or too little. They can't just find that middle ground with everything that they do. They're gonna nerf Shirking Hills. It's too much, and then they buff it again, and it's like too strong. Now they finally came to a spot with it, and guess what? Now they're nerfing self-healing. They always do that. They nerf something a lot, and then they buff it too much, and then they can't find a balance with things. And I think this is just not testing things. And the same is with communication. Their communication is not great. They do too much, and then they end up doing stupid videos where they don't even say anything. They just block their faces with stupid frames. Wait.
Personally, I'm really looking forward to that's going to be really cool.
What in the good Lord Almighty? Mom! Oh my God! No.
Cool.
No.
I'm excited for that. Yeah,
I'm
like,
so excited.
there's just so much that we've been doing. So like that.
She also has something to say. Zero nickels batatóis, mano. Como é que é possível, mano? And then guess what? They just ghost us when they look like they're prepared and grown and more mature. Guess what? Now they don't communicate at all. They don't say anything. They don't talk to us like they're an MMO ARPG developer. This is not Call of Duty. You guys need to have communication with your community. And I'm sorry, Lydia, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You're not doing a great job. I'm sorry, Lydia. You're gonna be roasted like an old turkey in Thanksgiving. You have to be on this spot. Your communication is the same as none. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when something happens, you don't answer. And then you come in with an answer that you post on Twitter. What kind of communication is that? There's zero. What's the difference between you doing that and Scott Lane doing it? There's none. Where's the videos? Where's the videos with information? Where's the videos with new stuff? With why is this happening? With the sorries from Scott? Where's all that? We need to have a balance. Precise communication. We need more of that, okay, guys? So that's it for today, man. I'm gonna say, Dev, again, let's make New World great again. I'm on one email away, and I'm gonna say Master VAVI for Community Manager in 2025. Lydia, I'm sorry, I love you, but get the freaking out of the office, all right? Get out of here.